Hello, this is Satvik, ID number 180030030085. So now I'll be discussing about my views and the information that I know about Heartbleed vulnerability. So before discussing about Heartbleed vulnerability, we need to discuss about something called HTTPS and the history of it. So previous back then, whenever the website or a website is hosted out there on a server, that too on internet, the communication between the client and the server used to be in the format of plain text, so which is nothing but HTTP. So what happens is like normally the credentials, confidential data and everything used to go over in a clear text format. So if there is someone who is doing man in the middle attack, then he could definitely possibly see your data and he could definitely use it to exploit it or get access to your account or anything else. So the people in the cyber security and the government officials had seen this problem, and they tried to fix it with the help of something called SSL, which is also now being called as TLS. So what happens is it is same the HTTP connection, where you use a little bit of encryption. So the data that's being sent is in a gibberish format. Suppose if you take the password might be something called QWERTY123, but whenever someone tries to analyze it, he couldn't read it in a clear text format. So that's the process of encryption, and they use it different ways. So, and if you deeply analyze the SSL, and there are right now many versions of SSL. Right now it is 3.0, but if you observe the complete packet type or anything, the SSL, how the SSL looks like. So this is how the SSL looks like, and here you can see something like uh, heartbeat protocol. Okay, so generally what happens is in heartbeat protocol, whenever there is a communication established between the client and the server, uh, our client machine tries to contact or tries to check whether the server is what you call alive or not. So that what happens is like it sends a little bit of data, like there would be a little bit of data being exchanged, like let's think like our server is asking, like our client is asking the server to send like data with this many length, this many characters or things like that, and the server sends it, and so that they can understand that both are alive. Okay, but the hackers had tried to analyze it. Okay, hackers always try to exploit everything. So what they had done is, in the place of sending that what you call uh, in the place of requesting a normal amount of characters or length, so what they try to do is they try to keep on flooding the traffic with an bigger values, like send some word with 500 characters and stuff like that. So what happens is the server used to get hung, and they used to send everything that might be out there on their server, like on the database and stuff. So this could be really handy for the hacker, because sometimes the server could leak what you call the usernames, credentials, phone numbers, credit card details, and etc everything. So this is really a hard thing, but the only mitigation for this is you need to update the OpenSSL version. If you do that, then that's fine. Okay, and so now I'll show how we can exploit this vulnerability. Okay, so I'm using Kali Linux as my main machine. So if you so there is something called Nmap scripting engine in Nmap, where you can run some specified Nmap scans in order to search for a particular vulnerability or thing. So there is something called, if you simply look into the Nmap scripting engine scripts, and if you simply grep for the heart, so you can see there is a script called Nmap ssl heartbleed.nsc. So this is a simple script where you can test out on a web server, which is whether whether that particular server is vulnerable to this or not. But if it is running up to date, then you can do this. And now coming to the exploitation, so you can make use of MSF console, so which is nothing but Metasploit, and I can't show the exploitation process because I'm not having any server out there which is running over that particular version. But yes, I can show you how you can go on. So if you simply search for Heartbleed, if you simply search for Heartbleed, there are two modules out there, which is auxiliary modules, and also two auxiliary modules out there. You can try them out, and they definitely works fine. So you can simply use the particular version. Sorry. the particular version, and then you can look into the options, and if there are any requirements, you can do check that out, like how much data, how much length of the data that should be sent, so that uh, it gets problematic and things. Okay, so you can definitely try these things out. Since I'm not having the server out there, Heartbleed's the vulnerable server out there, I can show this. So this is how you can exploit this Heartbleed vulnerability. And also coming to the mitigation, as I told you previously, so this vulnerability was out there back then for an OpenSSL version, but if you now right now most of the servers are using the latest version, so there are no problem with this. There is absolutely no problem with this Heartbleed nowadays. So that's a complete mitigation. So, and not only mitigation for Heartbleed, but for anything, if you use up to date, if you are up to date with the software updates and with the patches released, that are patches released by the software companies, okay, or the developers, then we're definitely fine. So this is everything, and this is how what these are all my views, and how you can do the Heartbleed, how you can exploit this thing and all. So thank you.